Hello and welcome to this week's big match preview on LUTV. The Whites preparing for a Yorkshire derby on Saturday tea time. Sheffield Wednesday coming to town with the Owls still looking to try and secure a playoff place. Whereas for ourselves, of course, we're back in second spot after midweek results. A victory against Preston and Sheffield United only managing a draw against Birmingham City. Leeds legend Eddie Gray is alongside us, of course, to look ahead to this game. And, well, Eddie, look, it's been a good week. We knew there were twists and turns. We've had a few of them in recent weeks, but now we're back in pole position.
Well, it's back in our hands, Tom, and that's what you've got to cope with. You know, a little bit more pressure on us now because if you win your games, you're going to get promotion. You know, another huge game, Tom, against the Sheffield Wednesday side that are outsiders. I mean, when you actually look at the league now, the top six is beginning to take real formation.
They'd have to win every game, wouldn't they, to have a chance?
They'd have to basically win every game. You know, you look at a Bristol City side, they're on a great run. Aston Villa, what have they won the last 7 or 8 games? So they've came from nowhere. And that's what you've got to do at this, stage of the season. But for ourselves, it's in our hands again, Tom. And it's another toughie, another local derby. Huge crowd, as you know. So we've just got to be on song in every game we play. You've got to be nearly at your best. You've got to try and pick up maximum points.
Well, look, we did our job on Tuesday night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Eddie, helped by the red card there for Pearson.
Red card is a big help. You know, he's a big player for them. You know, he had to go. It was going to go one way or the other, whether it was a straight red or a yellow because he'd been booked. And Patrick Bamford, he come up with the goods. I mean, when you actually look at this strike, it's a tremendous strike. He just lets it go. And no chance for the goalkeeper. Right in the bottom corner.
He couldn't have hit it any cleaner,
He couldn't have hit it any cleaner. And you could sense a bit of relief for the boy as well, because he had missed a few chances. And this is a great header, and he takes it very casually. It's not an easy header, that, because there's not a lot of pace in the ball. But what he did, he made good contact with it, and he redirects it back where it came from, and the goalkeeper no chance. So, right in front of the Leeds fans, Tom, as well. Huge support again. The support was tremendous, and it was a great time for the boy to get back on the goal-scoring track.
And important, I think the one thing with Patrick Bamford is we always talk about strikers when they're maybe not having a great time, but they have missed chances. He keeps getting himself into those positions, doesn't he? And that's the key thing. He hasn't gone hiding, has he?
Well, he's not gone hiding. He has missed a few chances, but his own admission. Yeah. He says, "Oh, I missed a few chances. I've just stuck a few in the back of the net. The chances I missed." But the thing about it is, when you actually look at his goal-scoring records per games, what is it, 8 and 11, something like that? I mean, it's a tremendous record. And he was saying the other night after the game that, this injury he had was a bad injury. Yeah. And they don't really think he'll be, 100% basically, fitness-wise to next season, getting games, getting his fitness, his sharpness back. So all credit to the boy,
Yeah, fantastic from Patrick Bamford. And hopefully he keeps firing against Sheffield Wednesday, of course, this weekend. Last time we played them, of course, back in September at Hillsborough.
Well, this was some goal.
I mean, 2 great goals in the game. That was incredible.
That's the thing he's capable of doing, though, Rich. He's capable of doing that. We've seen a number of occasions he scores goals like that.
But this was some strike.
But this is some strike as well, It's a great goal. Curls it right into the corner. Tremendous goal. 2 great goals in that game. And that was a hard-fought battle. And you expect that this week again, Tom. You mentioned earlier about Sheffield Wednesday still got an outside chance, getting, into the top 6. They'll be thinking if they can win every game, they might sneak in. But even if they do that, it's going to be difficult given the way the teams above them are playing.
I still feel that game, though, Eddie, it was one that we should have won, we could have won. There felt like a little bit of disappointment after the match.
Yeah, I think the thing about games like that, Tom, you can look back in the whole season and say that a lot bit, a lot of the games. You go back, you look at the QPR game. Even look at the Sheffield United game here, where we've got the chances first half, and you think, if we take one of their chances, we win the game. And it was the same, going out to Hillsborough in that game. If we took our chances, we were in some good positions in that game, we would have won the game. But that's how it is in this league, sometimes you take them, sometimes you don't, I mean, we look at the game against Birmingham, and there wasn't a lot in the game. They just sort of dug in Birmingham, and they got the reward. Then we're going to Preston, you're thinking, oh, it's going to be a tough game. And you go and you play very well at Preston. I thought we played a lot better at Preston than we did against Birmingham, Tom. And we thoroughly deserved to win at Preston.
Well, Sheffield Wednesday, Eddie, they've not only turned things around under Steve Bruce, but they've given themselves a chance of getting in the playoffs, as we talked about. I mean, scoring a lot of goals, winning matches as well. And a very good victory for them on Tuesday night against a good Nottingham Forest side.
Well, Nottingham Forest themselves, they would have been still hoping Thom to sneak in, but that's paid completely their chances. That was a one great strike, that. You know, so the type of strike, it takes a goalkeeper by surprise, you know.
Remember that man scoring a good one against us a few years back.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think that, you know, the local derbies, Thom, they're always going to be tough. And that's why, you know, for us to pick the 3 points up against the Sheffield Wednesday side, they're still battling away. We have said that we think they'd have to win every game. But they've got players on the side like Reach and Boyd, they can hit balls for distance, they can score spectacular goals. So we're going to have to be our best, I think, to win this game. That was a fortunate goal, but a 3-0 victory keeps them in the hunt. And they'll have belief now. I mean, they'll be coming here full of confidence. And they'll be hoping we're a little bit edgy, you know, we're back in second place. But I think we are good enough to win the game.
And sometimes when a team comes here, I mean, look, you know, they are in the hunt for a playoff place, even though it looks unlikely given how their season has gone overall. That makes them a dangerous team, does it not? Because they come here with that little bit of freedom, not only with the derby element to it, but for Steve Bruce, he's saying to his players, look, you know, you go for it, give it a go.
Yeah, but it's a bit like us now, Thom. They've given themselves a shout.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of pressure on them. They know. They're coming here knowing if they get beat and don't pick anything up, well, don't get 3 points, it's over. So there's pressure on them, the same as the pressure's on us now. I mean, that's the thing about it. That's when all the great teams go out and play. I mean, people were saying the other week, Thom, when Manchester City beat Brighton, you know, and they never played that well. Thom, they win the game.
Won the game.
That's the most important thing, and that's all we've got to do. We've got to go out and we've got to win the game, regardless of how you win it. And that's what the great teams do. I mean, you even take, you know, the Champions League the other night, Manchester United and Barcelona. Say, oh, Barcelona never played that way. They got in the new camp, won up. You know, they win the games, and all the great teams seem to do that. You know, when they need to win games, they win games, and that's what we've got to do. But with that, it brings that little bit of pressure on you because the expectation level goes up for the fans. But I'm sure these players now, they know what it's all about now. They've got a lot of experience now, that little group there. You know, when they, you know, playing in big games like this. So I think they'll rise to the occasion anyway and pick the points up.
Yeah, we won't expect any changes. I mean, I know Kamaru is itching to start, but I think, you know, Roberts did extremely well. Of course, Hernandez managed to sort of pass a fitness test. So same team, Eddie?
Same team, big player, you know. I think when I look at the Sheffield Wednesday side, Thom, you know, and not being disrespectful for them, you know, like in that midfield player area there, Sheffield Wednesday, they've got a lot of players that can play and going forward. Yeah,
they all like to attack.
Yeah, I don't know how they'll be, you know, in defensive areas if he drifts in and Roberts and Click getting forward. It'll be interesting to see, but I think we'll get more than enough to win the game. But we'll still have to be at our best to win the game. Well,
without a doubt, and here's why. The league table then, and as we look, things switched around again in midweek, Eddie. How much of a factor, a lot being made of the remaining fixtures, obviously, but Sheffield United play ahead of us now this weekend. You know, we're playing at tea time. Does that make any difference?
Chris Wilder, his team talk. Win the game, you go above Leeds United. You put the pressure back on us. And that's what he'll be saying to his players. We jump back into second place. Forget about a game in hand. We jump back into second place, then it's up to us to go out and, you know, get a result. The Sheffield United game against Millwall will not be an easy game. I mean, that's the type of game, Thom, I can imagine, you know, finishing a draw. You know, you would look, when you look at the league table, you think, oh, Sheffield United will win it. But Millwall are on their day, and they're still in the position where they're battling for points. You know, they've still got to think, you know, we could get dragged into this relegation battle. What, are they 2 points ahead of Rotherham? You know, and that, you know, like, and all these teams down the bottom of the league, they're fighting for their life. So it's a tough game for Sheffield United. And sometimes the pressure's on you a little bit more when you're at home because people expect you to win, you know. Well, they certainly will do at the weekend. Big crowd expected at Elland Road for the visit of Sheffield Wednesday. Let's just take a look, of course, confirmation of our last 5 results, Eddie. You know, it looks a little bit mixed, obviously, with those. Well, the thing about it is, Thom, it is mixed. Yeah. But it is going to be mixed at this stage of the season, you know. I mean, the most important result out there is that one now, the last one. Because that's a game that's took you back into the position when it's in your own hands. So that's got to give the players confidence. You know, the Sheffield United game, as I said earlier, I thought we should have won that game. Yeah. Confirmation then of Sheffield Wednesday's recent results as well. Decent results, Thom. Yeah. Decent results. I mean, this game here, by all accounts, they were a superior team. Should have won the game quite comfortably, apparently. So when you look at the results, and you take that result, the actual result out, but not the performance, they're in a good run of form, Sheffield Wednesday. The one thing that's notable as well is they're scoring goals. I mean, conceding a few, but they're scoring goals. Well, I think that's about it. They can score goals. And I think, you know, you mentioned earlier about Steve Bruce saying to them, like, just let's go and play. And I think they'll come and try and do that. I think they'll try and come and have a right go at us. I don't think you'll see them sitting back and thinking, oh, we'll try and hold them for the first 20 minutes. They know they've got to score goals to win the game, and I think they'll go and try and have a go at us. I think that suits us. Yeah,
and in that respect, it could make them dangerous. Here's how the bookmakers have it then. Ladbrokes, the club's official betting partner, leads at 6-10. The draw 29-10. Sheffield Wednesday, big price there, 19-4. Yeah. Both teams to score on a Leeds win is 5-2, and Hernandez to score any time at 7-5. There'll be quite a few people looking at Patrick Bamford as well. Yeah,
both teams to score. Leeds to win the game, 5-2. I think that's a decent bet. You know,
because of Sheffield Wednesday's firepower. You think?
Yeah, firepower. Yeah. I think there'll be goals in the game. You know, I think we'll have to score goals to win the game. But we're more than capable of doing that. But Sheffield Wednesday as well. So interesting game. Local derby, huge crowd, great atmosphere. Doesn't get much better, Tom. The big match, that's it.
The big match, they all are. They've been big matches all season. Another one on Saturday. And make sure you're with LUTV then for all the build-up and, of course, the live action audio commentary available with Eddie and Michael Waddock as well. You can get your match pass and all the details at the website leedsunited.com. Eddie, thank you very much.
Tom,
as always,
pleasure.
for joining us for the big match preview. And as always, thanks to you for watching.